All right. So hopefully this is working properly, and hopefully it doesn't crash again. I really hope it doesn't. Okay. It's already starting out red, so that's not good. I gotta refresh all my stuff here, so I had it down, and I hope it doesn't give me issues. Okay. Now, I did not mean for this to crash last time, so it ended abruptly, okay? I didn't plan that whatsoever, so we're just going to pick up where we left off, but I was downloaded a melody not too long ago, so it was prompted upon my spirit to go ahead and play that. So we're going to play that first, and then we're going to take off. All right.
Ain't nothing they can do against the children of light. We've been arisen, we've been arisen. Ain't nothing they can do against the children of light. We've been arisen, we've been arisen. Ain't nothing they can do against the children of light. We've been arisen, we've been arisen. Ain't nothing they can do against the children of light. We've been arisen, we've been arisen. Ain't nothing they can do against the children of light. We've been arisen, we've been arisen. Ain't nothing they can do against the children of light. We've been arisen, we've been arisen. Ain't nothing they can do against the children of light. We've been arisen, we've been arisen.
All right. Ain't nothing they can do against the children of light. We are here. We have been arisen. And we have been instructed to speak at this time. Is for a reason. Now let's go ahead and continue.
Alright, I'm going to go to verse 11. This is the second place where it mentions land. Alright, still before verse 15, okay? And the Most High shall make thee plenteous in goods, and in the fruit of thy body, and in the fruit of thy cattle, and in the fruit of thy ground, in the land which the Most High swore unto thy fathers to give to thee. The Most High shall open upon thee his good treasure, the heaven, to give the rain unto thy land in his season, and to bless all the work of thine hand. And thou shalt lend unto many nations, and thou shalt not borrow. Now,
Alright, so I wanted to cut in here, alright, because I did not go into detail at that particular time. I kind of like jump from what this is saying and say the situation that we're currently living in, okay? That we've been living in since the freaking 19th, 20th century, okay? In 21st, whatever. All the way up to now, right? This is where we've been living, okay? All because of the history of the 14th, 15th, 16th, 17th, 18th, like all of this history, all of that happened in order to get to where we're here now, okay? And what people need to understand is that the original people that were here on these lands, this is what was promised to those people, okay? And because those people, these people, my people, okay, did not keep the covenant, we didn't keep up our end of the bargain, okay? We chose to be wicked, okay? My people chose to be wicked. Therefore, we were not able to we were not able to keep these blessings. So when it says in verse 12, that the Most High shall open unto thee his good treasure, the heaven, to give the rain unto thy land in his season, and to bless all the work of thine hand. And thou shalt lend unto many nations, and thou shalt not borrow. Okay? Who do you think was the original people on these lands? See, you've been misled, okay? You've been misled to think that it's been another people because of Hollywood, okay? Let me go to my OBS so I can show you guys my Photoshop, okay? Because we're going to read this. This is the people, all right? This is the original depictions of the Americans, okay? They were copper-colored, richly brown skin tone, okay? A rich brown skin tone. All right, I'm straying away from using terms that have negative attributions attached to them. Okay, negative traits, negative qualities, because this was systematic. It was a systematic stigma that was placed upon us, and I'm not trying to go that route to break this down. Okay, I already have it in mind to do a video on that. Okay. Breaking down the term black and dark and all of these things that have been attributed to us, okay? And all of this is biblical prophecy that many people are just oblivious to, yet is right in our face, okay? Now, the relations, this is before, okay? Keep in mind, this is before. See the prominent, how he's wearing pearls, okay? He's got, jewelry on, okay? You see these plates, and this is gold, okay? This is how we were depicted, okay? We were dripping in gold and pearls and precious jewels and all of these things like the scripture declared we will be doing, okay? This was a land of abundance, okay? See, my people you have to be renewed in your mind. You're viewing America as a prison, okay? You're viewing it as a oppressive land, okay? The land of your oppressors, okay? But this was not originally their land. They are foreigners who was prophesied to come over to our land and take over and bring their government. They put their government on our land, and they have subjected us, okay? So now, yes, of course, it's not our land because they took over, all right? They subdued us, okay? Because the Most High withdrew his protection from us, all right? So you need to understand this, okay? Now, the relations between these people that was on this land, okay? The relations between the explorers and American Indians often began peacefully with trade, okay? We were the original traders on this land. What did we trade? Well, we traded corn because corn is indigenous to America, okay? We traded tobacco. Are we going to get to it? As a matter of fact, did I bring that up? Yeah, I did. Here it is right here. Okay, who you think was doing the trading? All right, we smoked blunts back then, okay? We had fields of cannabis, all right? And many people is complacent with our oppressors, foreign people on our land telling us what we can and cannot do on our land, okay? See, we have been awakened in a land of our captivity. He has brought back to remembrance of who we are, okay? See, they want to say that the Maya was wiped out. They want to say that the Incas was wiped out. They want to say that all of the almanacs and all of these nations that was on this land, okay? They want to say that they were just wiped out, completely wiped out. No, these people are still here, okay? The descendants of these people are still here, all right? This was the land of Shem, okay? We were doing this on this land before the colonizers came, okay? So let's continue reading, all right? So the relations started out peaceful, okay? Peacefully with trade, okay? The Europeans traded items such as glass beads and metal objects, okay? Some explorers tried to establish settlements, okay? Some of the European explorers tried to establish settlements, okay? Now, the American Indians usually did not mind. We didn't mind as long as the white men did not disturb their hunting or fishing grounds. Okay? Now, I kind of underlined this because this is the reason. Bro, the Most High told us not to shed blood in the land. Okay? Now, see, there's many people that want to philosophize in their mind and be like that, be like he gave it to us after the flood. No, he didn't. He doesn't change, okay? His eternal law in the beginning was to love the Most High with all your heart, soul, and body, and then love your neighbor as you do yourself. That includes all the flesh and blood beings upon the face of the earth, the fish in the sea, okay? Even the trees, the flowers, the grass. You're supposed to respect the creation, not worship it, no. But you are to respect it. You should not be littering and just polluting, the ground, okay? You should be mindful of the earth in which was created for us out of love, compassion, and mercy. Therefore, we should be compassionate, loving, and merciful. Okay? It should be in our actions, in the way that we carry ourselves. Okay? However, the people that was on these lands were not compassionate. They were not merciful. They became unloving toward the creation and toward one another. Much blood was being shed, okay? I know I still have it on one screen. I'm trying to be mindful of that, but just flow with me, people, okay? I gotta just flow by way of the Spirit, okay? So we were not keeping up with his eternal laws, all right? Therefore, he had to allow our downfall, okay? Because we reap what we sow, okay? You sow evil and wickedness, then evil and wickedness is going to come upon you, okay? And the Father was very patient with us, okay? We went in and out of captivity time and 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 time again, okay? The kingdoms were divided, okay? You had the northern kingdom and you had the southern kingdom. I don't care what people want to believe. These are the two prophets, okay? You cannot read everything in the scripture literally, okay? The two prophets is Israel and Judah, okay? Israel was dwelling in the fourth part, okay? Judah was the ones that was over in Europe, okay? Judah was mainly in Europe and in Africa, okay? That's where Judah was residing, all right? But Israel went to a different part. They were in the fourth part, okay? So anyway, bro, we're gonna get there. I'm trying not to go too far off, because like I know how I can get hella deep, and I want to be able to show you these things because I do have the proof to back up everything that I'm saying, okay? Now, let's go ahead and continue. I just wanted to make a point to show you, I underlined that hunting or fishing grounds, because this is exactly the reason why the Father withdrew his protection from this land, okay? He never commanded animal slaughter, all right? He never even okayed it, okay? He just, allowed it, okay? Allowing something and okaying something is two completely different things. It was Moses that petitioned the Most High to have mercy upon us and not allow the plagues to just kill us right away, because we were a holy people. We were not supposed to be defiling our temple with dead bodies, okay? So when you read it in Numbers, man, bro, I am not trying to go on no tangent, okay? But hold on. Let me go ahead and get it right quick. Let me flow. Bro, and I'm not trying to crash again, so I hope this doesn't crash me. Let's see if this will work. All right. So while the flesh was yet between their teeth, they got a plague. Okay. So you take the chance when you eat dead bodies. You take a chance. You take a huge chance of getting plagues. Okay. You definitely getting parasites and all kinds of abominable worms. Okay. All right. So verse 33 through 34. Okay. Oh, so hold on. Let me go up just a tad bit so you can get the context. Okay. See, they were whining about not having flesh to eat. Okay. All right. They were whining about having flesh. We were never given flesh of animals to eat as a food source. I'm sorry that this is a hard message for you to hear. Okay? You want to call it meat today. I don't care what you want to call it. You don't have any idea that we've been growing up under the worst of the heathen. Okay? Under the rule of the worst of the heathen. Okay? So our whole mentality has been shaped in a form of a heathen. Okay? Killing animals and eating their dead flesh is a heathen practice. Okay? That is not a holy practice whatsoever. You're causing suffering of other creatures that are living. Okay? That were given the breath of life and instructed to be fruitful and multiply. You are going against that commandment. You're preventing them from being fruitful and multiplying because you want to eat their dead bodies. You want to eat dead bodies. And you want to call it meat. Because you have been complacent in a satanic system. Okay? And you don't want to renew your mind. You're comfortable in your delusion. Okay? You're so delusional that you will literally sit there and say, well, these dead bodies taste good. Like, oh my God. Now, so, yeah, the Father allowed, the quails to come and fall at the camp, okay? He didn't stop it. Like, yes, the Most High is all powerful. The Most High could stop these things, okay? Supernatural things happen all the freaking time, okay? Miracles happen all the time. The unexplained things happen all the time, okay? So the Most High can intervene at any time. So, yeah, he allowed these quails to fall at the camp of these people because they even asked, they like, well, the Most High can do all of this. He can part the Red Sea and do all of that, but can he give us flesh to eat? They were disrespecting the Most High that delivered them from captivity. They were completely ungrateful for the fact that they were no longer slaves under the rule of wicked men. The Egyptians were wicked, okay? They didn't care. They wanted to go back into captivity so that they could eat their dead bodies, which they called meat. And they were lusting after it. To the point to where they're going to be like, well, the Most High can do all of that, but he ain't powerful enough to give us meat. How come he can't give us flesh to eat? So yeah, he allowed them to be able to eat their flesh. And as soon as they ate it, they came down with a very great plague and they fell there dead. Okay? I'm not even trying to read all this because I'm not even trying to go. I'm paraphrasing for you. Okay? They all died while the flesh was yet between their teeth before it was chewed all the way. They called it the wrath of the Most High. But bruh, you're eating a dead body. What you think gonna happen when you eat a dead body that's full of all kinds of parasites and abominable worms and whatnot when it begins to decay? Especially if you're a holy people and you're supposed to have a holy temple because of the original covenant that was made. in the beginning. And that place was called Kibroth-hattaavah, whatever. Kibroth-hattaavah. I don't know, bro. Whatever. Because there they buried the people that lusted. Okay? They buried the people that lusted. What was they lusting for? The flesh of the father's innocent animals. The animals were in agony as they were being murdered. All them quail, I'm sure they were screaming. I'm sure it was a horrific sight. I'm sure there was blood and feathers just everywhere. And these people acting like savages. So you wonder why the Europeans, called us savages. Why did the Most High allow them to call us this? Why did he allow this? Why did he allow them to put all of these negative stigmas and labels upon us? Were we not acting like savages? Just tearing the freaking quails apart? Probably barbecuing them up? That's some wicked shit. We go back to Photoshop here. And you see how I have it underlined. That they didn't care if the Europeans came and settled on our land as long as they didn't disturb their hunting and fishing grounds. They weren't supposed to be hunting in the first damn place. They weren't supposed to be throwing hooks in the water and getting the creatures out of their watery habitat that the Father created for them. That's evil. That's wicked. And many people they don't even think about this, okay? They don't even think about how the fish feel to have a hook stuck in his jaw. You know how it feels when you accidentally get hooked. Sometimes it happens out there. A lot of y'all get hooked. A lot of y'all fishermen, you didn't felt the hook before. That's retribution right there. Because of what you're doing to others. The fish matter, okay? All life matters. See, they play on these things, bro. They play on these things. They play on your emotions, okay? Man, let's continue. So, other explorers came to conquer the people they met, okay? And see, this is biblical prophecy, but we'll get there. They burned villages, captured slaves, and took whatever items they could use. Okay, this is what the other Europeans did. See, not all the Europeans were evil. I want to establish that. All the seed of Japheth is not evil, okay? Some of the Gentiles, some of the European nations are peaceful people, okay? Are loving and kind people. I have met some throughout my life. Okay? See, we're living in the time, bro, where it's literally about the heart. It's about our heart. It's about our mindset. Okay? This is what the Father cares about. And the Most High knows all of our heart. He knows all of our mindset. He knows everything. He knows us better than we know ourselves. Okay? So you can't hide from the Great Spirit. Okay? So there are some there were a lot that were wholly wicked, okay? And the holy wicked took over. We've been living in the times of the worst of the heathen, and the worst of the heathen has been running the government and all. Why do you think all humanity and all creation is groaning? Okay? We've been up under the revised Roman Empire, and that empire is about to crumble, okay? Let's continue. Many European explorers viewed the native people as inferior. Why is that? Because the scripture declared that we will come down low, and that the stranger that is within thee will get up above thee very high. Thou shalt come down very low, okay? Most North and Central American tribes had well-organized societies. But American Indian life was very different from European life, okay? This is why they had to create their compulsory education system, okay? Let me bring that up right quick. And I'm not trying to have this thing be forever. Let me check and make sure I'm still streaming. Okay, good. This school. Okay, here we go. See, they had to assimilate us, alright? They had to assimilate us. Alright, the Carlisle Indian Industrial School. This was in 1879, okay? This school was the model for a nationwide system of boarding schools intended to assimilate American Indians into mainstream culture. Over 10,000 indigenous children attended the school between 1879 and 1918. Despite idealistic beginnings, the school left a mixed and lasting legacy, creating opportunity for some students and conflicted identities for others. In this cemetery are 186 graves of students who died while at Carlisle. Okay? That's the name of the school, while at Carlisle, alright? Now, why did this place have a cemetery? And why was there 186 graves of students? And why did they die at this school? What kind of wickedness was they doing to the students at this school? Bro, this is on a plaque, okay? This is great wickedness, 1879 to 1918. And see, I got a lot of pictures showing, what we were like in the 1920s and so, okay? But hold on, let me get another one of these. 1 second. All right, 10 years work for Indians, okay? 1878 to 88, all right? Primary setting of the book is Hampton Normal and Architectural Institute in Virginia. Make sure you can see. All right. That's too big. All right. I think I might have this book as well. Alright. School was established after the Civil War in 1868 for, quote, proper work for the Negro or the Indian. Why does it say that? Could it be because the Negro is the Indian? See, nations represented before 1878 were the I don't know how to pronounce it, but Sioux, Sac and Fox, Winnebago, and Pamunkey. All right. 1878 Native program expanded with the arrival of Cheyenne, Kiowa, Comanche, and Caddo peoples from St. Augustine, Florida. Okay? I'm telling you, this is the biblical land, bruh. Alright? This is the biblical land, and that it is going to line right up as we read the scriptures, okay? The Indian students at Hampton are frequently under the charge of our colored graduates. They always get along well. There has been no more entirely successful manager of Indians than some of these. Okay? Bruh. Let me get that thing that was in my head before that. was a couple of things. What was his name, bro? Baldwin. There was a James Baldwin quote that I have, bro. I'm looking for it. We also need this too. Well, we'll get back to that in a minute. Okay, maybe I'll type in Indian. I know it's in here somewhere. Yeah, here we come. Here we go. Here we go. All right. Make sure you can see. Yes. It comes as a great shock to discover that the flag to which you have pledged allegiance has not pledged allegiance to you. It comes as a great shock to see Gary Cooper killing off the Indians, and although you are rooting for Gary Cooper, that the Indians are you. James Baldwin, okay? A well-known author, okay? Okay? Like, bruh. So you just gonna ignore this well-known author that knew that we are the Indians? Even Martin Luther King? You know, because we're gonna talk about this Civil Rights Act, otherwise known as the Indian Civil Rights Act and the Indian Bill of Rights, okay? The Negro is still languishing in the corners of American society and finds himself in exile in his own land. That is a quote from Martin Luther King Jr., okay? So you just gonna ignore this, all right? So that you can hold to the narrative that we came over here on slave ships from Africa? Let's continue. Oh, there was more. Okay, hold on. 1920. Hold on. Here. Let's see. Let me open this up right quick. I don't know what date this is from, but you see, these are Black Seminole Indians. Let me see if I can zoom in a little bit more. Do you see these people? And see, there were always some, light-skinned people with us, okay? There were always mixed nations with us, okay? So it wasn't all, because you can see, some look like they would be considered, mixed or so. But there's a whole bunch of melanated, copper-colored people here, okay? This is the Black Seminole. They put that stigma, that label, black, but Seminole Indians, okay? All right, let's go to the next one. All right, I don't know what year this was. This is probably around the 1900s or so, early 1900s, okay? This is the original people that was here, okay? Before it was whitewashed, okay? Hold on, because I know I got some pictures of, okay, here we go. Alright. See this? Scroll down a little bit. Indian Chief, White Horse Eagle in Paris, 1928. Okay? This is in Paris, okay? Indian Chief in Paris. 1928. You tell them, like, why don't the so-called natives look like this today? How come if this person was around today, like, how come they would be classified as Negro or black and not Indian? How come this person would not be respected as a Indian chief today? Because when we look up Indian chiefs today, they look European. How come they don't look like this? And when in 1928, this was an Indian chief. Indian Chief White Horse Eagle in Paris, 1928. It looked like a so-called Negro or a black person today, minus the clothing and the attire. But someone stole this look and placed it upon themselves and portrayed themselves to be the original people of this land, while the original people of this land is languishing, exiled, languishing in the corners of American society, and we find ourselves in exile in our own land, while others are partaking of the benefits that were supposed to come to us. Bro, you're gonna stop playing with us for real. You're gonna stop playing with us. Full-blooded Choctaw, but current Choctaw chief. Look at this. Like, bruh. Why? Why the replacement here? See, how come they would be called Negro and black today? And he would be considered a Choctaw. He's Choctaw chief. And it's like, you people are calloused. You people don't care that this happened to us. You people don't want to restore us. You don't care to know that this happened to us. Trying to fix this right quick. Dang, bro. Get. What is it doing? Okay. There we go. Now. And, man, I can do this all day. Okay? I can do this all day. Now, I done showed you real pictures. Now, these are depictions, okay? This is a Brazilian. Okay? This is a Brazilian, an original Brazilian. Alright? Chief. This is the Brazilian chief, okay? Do you see that rich skin tone? That rich brown skin tone? Alright? Female Indian chief of Brazil, okay? Hold on a second. Alright, these are Chicanos, Mexicans, the original Mexicans. Alright, do you see these people in the background? These are foreigners that came on our land, okay? Many of these children were orphans, okay? Alright? Lynched by the Euro-American settlers in higher numbers than thought, okay? They literally went to town on freaking murdering us, okay? And having public freaking they did it publicly. They had public spectacles, okay? It was a public oh my God. It was a public spectacle, people. All right? You see this. This is a real photo. This is how they treated the Shemites on this land. The original people of the book that are still on this land today. Okay? Marginalized in our own land. I can do this all day. Look at this. How come they would be considered Negro and black people today? This is how we were dressed. We were dressed up in our regalia. Okay? All kinds of precious jewels. Alright? This is how we were as a people. Okay? Show you some real Choctaw Indians, some more, okay? Look at this. Zoom it in. Okay? They don't look like the people you see today that's portrayed as Choctaw. Whatsoever. Let me show you this. You see this? Look how he's depicted with his bow and arrow. And see, there's a lot of movies that YouTube released not too long ago. I've been watching them, you know, and how they call us spear chucker, okay? They call us chief, you know. See, they know who we are, okay? They know who we are. Companies exploit American Indians for monetary gain. Yes, they do. Yes, they do. This was a video brought out by Dane Calloway, alright? And I did a review on it, okay? I did a lot on this channel. You know, I flow by way of the spirit. And I don't, man, this is almost an hour long, bro, and we ain't even getting to the freaking audio yet. I cannot believe this. It's crazy. Okay, hold on. I'm not gonna just show you too much more, but I wanna hone this in, okay? I got a whole bunch of these. I can do this all day, okay? You see this? How come they wouldn't be how come they would be considered Negro and black today, but not considered, like, bro, we've been socially engineered, okay? We've been socially engineered today. Our minds have to be renewed, okay? We got to be renewed in our mind, okay? Remember who you are, all right? Remember who you are, because we were a people before the colonizers came over here and gave us a different identity, okay? They put upon us black. They put upon us Negro. They put upon us slave, okay? They put upon us 3/5 of a human being, okay? They put upon us these stigmas and these labels exactly as the scripture declared that they would do, okay? Now, let me go ahead and try to finish this up, bro, because it's getting late. So American Indian life was very different from the European life, okay? Some tribes dressed in animal skins or loincloths. Some moved from place to place as they hunted and fished, alright? European explorers did not try to understand or appreciate this way of life, okay? Samuel D. Champlain, an early French explorer, called the American Indians he met, quote, savages. In French, this meant wild or savage, most Europeans viewed the quote savages of North America as uncivilized and fierce, though they were the ones that were fierce. Okay? They were the ones that were uncivilized. Okay? And yeah, we were wicked by shedding blood in the land, killing the animals, hunting. That's uncivilized in the eyes of the Most High. That's why He allowed this to happen to us. Okay? When we want to be wicked, okay, He's going to allow the worst of the heathen to come and show us, how wicked, it can get, because we don't want to be obedient, okay? We didn't want to be obedient, so, He had to allow great wickedness to overtake us, okay? When native peoples fought against white settlers invading their lands, their attacks were often described as being savage, but the American Indians certainly had cause for anger. And not only that, but our weapons paled in comparison to what the Europeans had, okay? There was no might in our hands when this happened to us, okay? And I brung this out already, and I'm not trying to keep this hella freaking long, so I'm not going to bring it out again right now, okay? But I just wanted to go into detail. I wanted to stop there, okay? And go into detail about how we were the original on this land. We were the ones that were trading, okay? We were the traders, okay? Make sure that the Father didn't want me to show something else about the trading. I was trying to find a tobacco, because we grew tobacco, bro. We were farmers, okay? We knew this land. That's another thing. It's like, bro, how the hell they gonna take a people all the way from Africa to work the lands over here and teach the European settlers over, because they hired our people, okay? This is documented fact that some of us were hired to teach the European settlers how to farm. Now, how the hell will we know this land if we were stolen from Africa? A whole nother different land, a whole nother different continent. How the hell will we know how to cultivate this land over here? No, bro, they lied, okay? They told the slave trade in reverse, okay? They were taking many of us from over here to Europe, to Spain, and to Africa, okay? So, bruh, they pulled a switcheroo, alright? Even got statues, okay? This is how the original Americans were depicted, okay? Now, you need to understand this. People need to understand this, okay? You need to understand, before the colonizers came over here, we were a great prominent people. We were gold all the time. We didn't put a value on it. We were dripped in gold, okay? Our buildings were made with gold trim and all. Like, bro, when the Europeans came over here, they were literally in awe, okay? And they were coming from very impoverished circumstances. See, you gotta understand history in order to understand in order to understand present time, you must understand true history, okay? So the reason why many Europeans have such disdain and hatred for us, and many of you don't even understand why, you have this deep-seated, anger and hatred and rage and jealousy against us, is because you were coming from very destitute circumstances when you came over here, okay? Most of the Europeans, when they came over here, they were seeking for a better life. Pretty much everybody that comes to the Americas is seeking a better life. They are seeking the American dream. Okay? Why do they flock to the Americas to live the American dream, bro? If the America is not the promised land. This is the only land that all nations want to flock to. It is the land of milk and honey. Okay? And all these nations got to prosper off of us. second. So I forget what I named it, but I want to show it. Man, bro. Here we go. I forgot what I named it. While the heathens have businesses set up in our neighborhood. So all these nations are able to prosper off of us. Ever wonder why the heathen nations have more businesses set up in our communities? You know, particularly the ghettos. Deuteronomy 28:43. Hopefully this does not freeze on me. Now we're not done, but I want to read this right quick. Flow. The stranger that is within thee shall get up above thee very high, and thou shalt come down very low. Did it not happen? How come all of these nations is able to prosper off of us? And yet we're languishing in the corners of America. Did I close that out? No, I don't think I did. And we're languishing in the corners of America. Alright? Finding ourselves exiled in our own damn land. Tell me that this is not biblical prophecy. Okay? So we're going to go ahead and continue this audio. Let me see.
Now, we as a nation, we the people of this book, the people that is talking about, the people that is talking to right here, what I just been reading, okay? We ain't been lending to no nations. We are prisoners of war. Okay? They have used us. We are the has-beens. Okay? We the ones that have been with sackcloth. We the ones that's been laying dead in the street for 3.5 days. Okay? While the rest of the world got to have a rejoicing freaking party, you know, all over the place, giving gifts to one another. Okay? Let's get that right quick.
Alright, and yep, we're gonna get that right quick. Let me get rid of Numbers 11. We'll go over here. Revelation 11:8. All right, and so you know, many of you that's following Christianity, you know, you want to believe that this is literal. You know, that there's literal. Like 2 literal prophets that laying dead in the street, like, you know, literal dead bodies laying dead in the street for 3.5 days. Like you following the Left Behind series, okay? But no, that's not what this means, okay? And see, right now we're devouring our enemies with the fire that proceeds out of our mouth, which is this word by way of the Spirit, okay? So there is nothing that they can do against us because the children of light has been arisen, and we have been given this living word to speak at this time, okay? And plagues will come upon the earth, you know, because of the wickedness and the sorcery of our enemies, okay? The things that they plot against us is going to come upon them, okay? and upon the wicked. Okay, the wicked is going to be taken out in this time, while the righteous is going to be protected. Okay, so any evil that you would intend against us is going to be boomerang right back to the ones sending it. Okay, you sending evil and wickedness is going to boomerang right back to you. Okay, because we're in a different time now. All right. So they got it all jumbled up and whatnot, and not only that, history repeats itself. But this is the last time. Okay. So the beast that ascended out of the bottomless pit already made war against us. Okay, already made war, and as I stated in the last live before it crashed, the pale horses already came, and now we're in the final horse, which is the black horse, which is balance. Okay, so you think after the Most High balances everything out and the earth ascends to a higher realm, a higher dimension, and the new heaven and the new earth comes because of the increasing of righteousness and the decreasing of the wicked of the earth. I mean, bro, this is what's coming. Okay, a new heaven and a new earth, and the new heaven and the new earth is made for few. Okay, this earth was made for many. But we're at the end of this cycle. Okay, we're at the end of this. So you either get on board with the righteous or prepare to be destroyed. Okay, and you're gonna have to try again. Okay, you'll be recycled. All right, because the Most High don't create and to destroy. Okay, the Father is all good. So you just gonna learn your lesson. Okay, one way or another, at some point in time, you're gonna finally learn your lesson. Okay, and depending on how wicked you are, you're gonna live through the things that you did to others. Okay, so our dead bodies have been laying dead in the street of the great city, which is spiritually called Sodom and Egypt, where also the Messiah was crucified, right here in America. Okay, yes, right here in America. All right. However, we have been risen at this final time. We're at the end of the half time, okay? And, bro, what you don't understand is the very reason that we are here filled with this word to give to you, and we're literally doing this. You're not understanding that you're on a countdown, okay? And we're on the edge of our seat as we do this work. We're on the righteous. We're on the edge of our seat, awaiting our redemption, our full redemption. Okay, our full salvation from this system, because we're the ones that need salvation. Okay, we're the ones that need saving from the wicked. Okay, because we choose to be obedient to the eternal power of love and life, to the all power of love and life. Okay, the giver of the breath of life, the great spirit, okay, that is all good, all merciful, all compassionate, all love, all forgiving, okay, all of that, but also just, and will allow us to reap the things that we have sown, okay, and the righteous of us, when we were babies in 2017, 2019, being obedient, applying the living word to our life and walking it out in our lives, okay, living the truth in our lives, that means we're sowing love. We're sowing joy. We're sowing goodness. We're sowing compassion. We're sowing mercy and all of these different things, okay? Therefore, we are going to receive these things very soon, while the wicked receive their due reward. Okay? Because all of this time they got to build up their atrocities. The wicked have got to live lavishly for centuries. Okay? Centuries. They've been able to rejoice over our dead bodies and send gifts to one another. Keep us trodden underfoot. They rule by their law. Okay? They create the laws and the legislations in order to keep us down and them on top. Okay? This was systematic. Alright? And the people, and they of the people, and kindreds, and tongues, and nations, shall see all of you upon the earth today. All of you upon the earth today. Man, come on, bro. I don't want to click that. Damn. And all of you upon the earth today, all kindreds and tongues and nations, you see our dead bodies. You've been seeing our dead bodies for a time, times, and half time. Everybody upon the face of the earth right now for this half time. You've been seeing our dead bodies laying dead in the street. You've been seeing that we were dead. You've been seeing that we've been trodden underfoot. You have not suffered our dead bodies to be put in graves. You don't want us restored as a people. You don't want us to get reparations. You don't want us to get our land back. You people who dwell upon the earth, you have been rejoicing over us. You have been making merry, and you have been sending gifts to one another, because these two prophets, Israel and Judah, tormented them that dwell on the earth. See, the righteous torment the wicked when we speak the eternal living word of the Most High. See, all of this time you got to just tune out your conscience. Tune out your conscience, that's why you can't sleep at night, though, because your conscience, you try to turn it off. This is why you surround yourself with a whole bunch of people in chaos, and this is why you like disorder. Okay? You like things messy. Okay, so that you don't have peace. You will never have peace of mind. Your mind is always occupied with a disorder and messiness, and I can't think of the word that I'm looking for. But you love chaos. Okay. But after, see, this is what you're ignoring. After 3.5 days, after the 3.5. The spirit of life from the Most High entered into them. You're ignoring this. You're straight up ignoring this. Okay? To your own detriment. To your own detriment. Because did you see what it said? After 3.5. Okay? So that means we're in a half time right now. Okay? We're in a half time. He woke us up. The spirit of life from the Most High entered into us. And we stood upon our feet. We're standing upon our feet, okay? And great fear fell upon them which saw them, okay? I know that there are a whole bunch of Europeans that's been listening to some of these videos, and it shakes them to their core. And they dislike it. Of course they dislike it. They don't want to hear this truth by way of the Spirit. No, they want to ignore how they got to be on top and how we are on the bottom. They want to believe that we're no good niggas that are lazy. Okay? Now let's continue in the audio.
That's Revelations 11:8. All right? And I know that I used to read, and this is a download that's coming to me. Oh my gosh. I thought all my life, that there was something wrong with me, bro. Because always I would mix it up. Like normally I would say Revelations 8:11, okay? I have to force myself to say Revelation 11:8. All right? It's like I keep wanting to read right to left. And that's the way that Hebrew was originally read, was right to left, not left to right. They switched everything, okay?
Yup, they switched everything. So you gotta understand that, okay? And that was a download to me too. Like I had no idea why, like I always had a problem, like I always would read left to right, without thinking, okay? I have to force myself to read right to, I have to force myself to read left to right, okay? But because normally I read right to left. Man, I got confused there for a second. But yeah, bro. And I just thought that was kind of like I used to think it was odd and strange, I used to think something was wrong with me, like I said. But when the Father was like, actually, you're doing that because Hebrew is actually read from right to left, not left to right. And so, yeah. Anyway, let's continue.
They switched everything, okay? Now, let me go ahead and get this. All right? Revelations 11:8. And their dead bodies shall lie in the street of the great city, which is spiritually called Sodom in Egypt, where also our Messiah, our big brother, Yahushua HaMashiach, was murdered. Okay? And they of the people and kindreds and tongues and nations shall see their dead bodies 3.5 days, and shall not suffer their dead bodies to be put in graves. We have yet to be restored as a people when we look back on the civil rights movement and all the things.
All right, hold on. And looking back on the civil rights movement, see, I talk kind of fast there. Alright. And hold on, before we even get to this, reparations. Don't worry, it's not going to be too much longer. I don't even know if anybody is listening right now. But yeah, I don't want to go too much longer. Alright, you see this? 0. Okay? Present time, $0. We have not been restored. Look at this. Native nations. National Childhood Vaccine Injury Act, Iranian hostages, American, and these are not the original Americans. The original Hawaiians and the American Samoa, all of these originals, they ain't been paid nothing, okay? It says 30 million, but this is paid to the foreigners that have replaced the original, okay? Because I can show you some pictures of original Hawaiians that you would call a Negro today. You would call them black, okay? You would call them Africans, okay? So there has been nothing to us, okay? Slavery, Jim Crow, land theft, convict leasing, etc., 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 okay? Ain't paid us nothing. And people are complacent with this, okay? Complacent. It's completely complacent with us having never been restored, okay? But we're lazy. You know, like you gotta renew your mind, okay? So let me go ahead and put this back a little bit. Then we get.
We have yet to be restored as a people when we look back on the civil rights movement and all the things. You know how they came out at our people See, there's a lot of things that I didn't even know in history. I was sent on a historical crash course, okay? When finding out who I am, and then reading all of these historical books, finding out the things that these people did to my people here on this land.
Oh yeah. Okay, so dang, bro. I wanted to bring out a historical book right quick. Let me see if I can find it quick. Let's see. Historical account. What happened? I got a whole bunch of books, bro, but I wanted to try to hurry up and get this ready, so I didn't get a book ready. Let me see. They knew we were here in 1942. I don't know what book this is from, but okay. I don't see. Book is unknown. Okay. But it says surviving Indians were left without woods, water, or any way of making a living off of the land. In the United States, General U.S. Grant announced to investors that 7 million Aztecs are waiting to build railroads. Rockefellers, Aldrich's, Golds, Harrimans, Guggenheim's, and McCormick seized the opportunity to buy cheap land and hire dirt cheap labor to operate rail and mine concessions. Okay, so surviving Indians were taken advantage of by the Rockefellers and other quote the special people. I'm not going to say the name, okay? Parties to work for low wages, okay? The people that you can't talk about, okay? The people that got freaking laws protecting them, all right? Like, bro, if they the true chosen people, why do they gotta create laws in order to protect themselves? Like, wow, bro. Alright, 1 second. I'm going to screenshot and book references. Book screenshots. See, I wanted to bring out something other than Dogs of a Conquest, because I brung out Dogs of a Conquest a lot. Okay, Children of Peace. Alright, I might read this one here. Okay. But I don't know the name of this book either. Oh, okay, we can see a little bit up here. Red Silver Fox Thunderbird, revealing America's dark-skinned past. Okay. Now, part of this is cut off. We're gonna read what we can. And I'm just gonna have to pan it, okay? 1492, Columbus called his captains and all of his crew to bear witness that he, before all others, took possession, as in fact he did, of that island for the king and queen, his sovereigns, making all rescued declarations, okay? Or like, let me make sure I'm saying that word right. Come on. Requisite. Okay. So necessary, made necessary by particular circumstances or regulations. Okay. So they're like, we're gonna declare this to you. We're gonna declare what we're doing to you, and that's gonna make it lawful. That makes it lawful because we declared that we're gonna do this to you, basically. Okay. And this is what he did. So he made all the declarations. Okay. One of the many requirements issued stated in part in the name of King Ferdinand and Joanna, his daughter, Queen of Castile, Leon, etc. Conquerors of barbarian. Let me bring this down a little bit. See, they called us barbarian, okay? Conquerors of barbarian nations, we notify you the best we can that our Lord God, eternal, created heaven and earth. The late Pope gave these islands and mainland of the ocean and the contents thereof to the above mentioned king and queen, as is certified in writing, and you may see the documents if you so desire. Therefore, we request that you understand this text within a reasonable time. Now, keep in mind that the Indians on this land did not read English, okay? So he's declaring this, and he's like, you can see these documents anytime you want. And he's just declaring this, okay? Now, therefore, we request that you understand this text within a reasonable time and recognize the church and its highest priest, the Pope, as rulers of the universe, and in the name of the king and queen as rulers of this land, allowing the religious fathers to preach our holy faith to you. Should you fail to comply or delay maliciously in doing so, we assure you that with the help of God, we shall use force against you, declaring war upon you from all sides and with all possible means. We shall enslave your persons, wives, and sons, sell you or dispose of you as the king sees fit. We shall seize your possessions and harm you as much as we can, as disobedient and resisting vassals. And we declare you guilty of resulting deaths and injuries, exempting their highness of such guilt, and as well as ourselves and the gentlemen who accompany us. After Columbus's initial statement that the people he encountered were friendly, he proceeds to say, it appears to me that the people are ingenious, and would be good servants. And 3 days later states, when your highness order it, all can be taken. When your highness orders it, all can be taken and carried to Castile or held captives on the island itself, because with 50 men all can be subjected and made to do anything or made to do everything which is desired. It should now be obvious that Columbus' plans were not only to convert the inhabitants to Christianity, but what was also to enslave them. Okay? And you can see this depiction here. Let's get it closer. Let's get it closer here, bro. See, that looks like the original people were copper colored, okay? And there were other nations with us, okay? Because there was always mixed mingle people with us, okay? So never be dismayed that there are other nations that are with us being... It's just the fact that they have omitted us, okay? See, they kept the mixed multitude, and they made it like those are the only natives that were here, okay? And any that were rich in copper skin tone and our features, you know, woolly hair, we were reclassified, okay? Because it was a certain group of people that they wanted to do this to, okay? Dang. Y'all not able to see what I was showing you? I think you were, yeah, because I closed it out, right? Well, no, this ain't Photoshop, is it? Oh, okay, yeah, alright, never mind. So you're seeing that because I had minus Photoshop. Never mind, my bad, y'all. Okay, so, where's we at? Should I show that?
And then looking at the documentaries about the civil rights movement, how they put water hoses on our people, how they let the dogs loose, how the one governor Bull, the Bull governor with the freaking tank, okay? How...
Hold on, actually, I wanted to find something right quick. Hold on, where's that, bro? Oh yeah, here it is. This right here, the dogs. So, yeah, we're the ones that endured this, okay? And this was under Bull Connor, okay? Let me go ahead and get him. Alright, his tank. This is his tank, okay? It was hard trying to find a picture of his tank, you know? It took me forever, like... You know, and it ain't many. This is the only clear picture that I could get of his tank. How he rode his tank in our neighborhoods. Okay, they were very militant against us. All right. Let me go back just a tad bit.
How they put water hoses on our people. How they let the dogs loose. How the one governor Bull, the Bull governor with the freaking tank, okay? How they came out with military force. They were militant in our neighborhoods. It was like a police state in the South, bro. Bro, they went to war against my people in their own land. This connects to Deuteronomy chapter 28. We've been fed a lie. We have been fed a deception that we came from Africa on slave ships. Bro, no, we did not. We were already here, okay? We were already here, and they went to war with us on our own land.
Yes, all right, and I want to read this. Bull Connor was a Democrat, okay? As the Public Safety Commissioner of Birmingham, Alabama in 1963, it was at his command that the civil rights protesters were attacked by dogs and beaten back by high-powered streams from fire hoses. Bull Connor was also a member of the Democratic National Committee and the Ku Klux Klan. When Klansmen attacked freedom riders in Birmingham with bats and metal pipes, Connor allowed the beating to go on for 15 minutes without police interference. No arrests were made at the scene. Bull Connor lived and died a Democrat. Now, you're going to tell me that this doesn't line up with biblical prophecy, bro? You're going to tell me that this doesn't line up with biblical prophecy? Bro. Okay, my pictures is being freaking stupid, bro. Come on. Alright. 1 second. A nation. Let's see. I wonder if this is it. And this is going on 2 hours, bro. I gotta hurry up. Okay, yeah, this is it. I'm gonna show you. Okay. Now, alright, let's actually start in verse 50. Okay, I know that the little cursor, the little arrow is on 52, but we're going to start in verse 50. A nation of fierce countenance, which shall not regard the person of the old, nor show favor to the young. Okay? This is that bull Connor, alright? He had a fierce countenance. Let's go look at him again. Let's go look at this bull Connor again. Is that not a face of fierce countenance? Huh? Didn't the scripture just describe that he would be this way? That this nation would be this way towards us? He shall besiege thee, and all thy gates, until thy high and fenced walls come down, wherein thou trustest throughout all thy land. And he shall besiege thee, and all thy gates throughout all thy land, which the Most High thy power had given thee. Okay? Thine enemies shall distress thee, and all thy gates. Okay? This is biblical prophecy. Okay? In Deuteronomy, it's talking about the land over here. Alright? The stranger that is within thee shall get up above thee very high. And thou shalt come down very low. He shall lend to thee, and thou shalt not lend to him. He shall be the head, and thou shalt be the tail. Moreover, all these curses shall come upon thee, and shall pursue thee, and overtake thee, till thou be destroyed, because thou hearkenest not to the voice of the Most High thy power, to keep his commandments and his statutes which he commandeth thee. This is why we went into captivity, okay? The Most High shall bring a nation against thee from far, from the end of the earth, as swift as the eagle flieth, a nation whose tongue thou shalt not understand. Didn't we just read that one book about how they came over here making that proclamation, that declaration, and said that we can read it if we want? They spoke a different freaking language, okay? A nation whose tongue thou shalt not understand, okay? They came here speaking a foreign language, telling us what they're going to do to us, okay? A nation of fierce countenance, which shall not regard the person of the old, nor show favor to the young, okay? Let's go back and continue.
And then want to tell us to pull ourselves up by our bootstraps, work their jobs that they set up in their economy. They impoverished us, put us on the bottom of their economy. They never restored us. They seen our dead bodies laying dead in the street. They have yet to put our bodies in graves. And they that dwell upon the earth shall rejoice over them and make merry, and shall send gifts to one another, because these two prophets tormented them that dwelt on the earth. And after 3.5 days, the Spirit of life from the Most High entered into them, and they stood upon their feet, and great fear fell upon them which saw them. This is connecting to Baruch. Hold on. Because I got to flow by way of the Spirit. I don't know exactly where it's at. I just know it's in Baruch. Alright? Hold on. For I knew, this is Baruch, chapter 2, verse 30. All right. Oh, hold on. He's telling me to go up a little bit. All right, because this right here, verse 27, he's telling me to go ahead and get this because he had me start before verse 15 and the blessings that he was promising to us, okay? So we're going to start in verse 27. O Most High, our power, thou hast dealt with us after all thy goodness, and according to all that great mercy of thine. According to all that great mercy of thine. Because he gave us the promised land, knowing damn well we were not going to keep his eternal law.
Yep, and let me show that right quick. We received the promised land, but we did not hold up our end of the bargain whatsoever. Okay, we chose to be wicked. Alright. So you see this? Deuteronomy 31:20. For when I shall have brought them into the land which I swear unto their fathers, that floweth with milk and honey, and they shall have eaten and filled themselves and waxen fat, then they will turn unto other gods and serve them, and provoke me, and break my covenant. We turn to other gods of death and bloodshed. We refuse to hearken to the voice of the Most High. Alright? So it says that the anger of the Most High was kindled against us. But the Most High is all love. He doesn't get angry, not angry against us. Maybe, upset. Yes, upset at the fact that, he has to watch his creation suffer, okay? And have to allow this suffering, all right? Can't intervene. Because have to allow us to learn our lesson, okay? So, he was forced to lift his hand of protection from this land, forsaking us, forsaking this land, hiding his face from us, so that, we would be devoured. Yes, if he lifts his protection from this land, what's to save us from the worst of the heathen that just come devour us? This is exactly what happened to us, okay? And many evils and troubles shall befall us. It befell us, okay? So that they will say in that day, are not all these evils come upon us because our God is not among us? Yeah, and they were asking us, where is your God? During the Inquisition, where is your God? Where is your God? As they were torturing us, okay? And I will surely hide my face in that day for all the evils which they have wrought, in that they turn to other gods, okay? So the Most High allowed us to reap the things that we had shown, okay? Now therefore write ye this song for you, and teach it to the children of Israel. Put it in their mouths, so that this song may be a witness for me against the children of Israel. For when I shall have brought them into the land which I swear unto their fathers, that floweth with milk and honey, and they shall have eaten and filled themselves and waxen fat, then they will turn unto other gods and serve them, and provoke me, and break my covenant. And it shall come to pass, when many evils and troubles are befallen them, that this song will testify against them as a witness. For it shall not be forgotten out of the mouths of their seed. For I know their imagination, which they go about, even now, before I have brought them into the land which I swear. See, the Most High knew in his foreknowledge what we would do. He knew he would give us this land, flowing with milk and honey. He knew that we would go a-whoring after other gods. He knew that we would make a god of our belly, that we would want to slaughter the animals and feed our lustful desires of their flesh and blood, okay? He knew we was going to do all of this wickedness, okay? So Moses therefore wrote this song the same day, and taught it to the children of Israel. And he gave Joshua the son of Nun a charge, and said, Be strong and of good courage, for thou shalt bring the children of Israel into the land which I swear unto them, and I will be with thee. Okay? So he was with us the whole time until we decided to turn from his covenant and do wickedness. Okay? And he sent prophet after prophet after prophet after prophet after prophet warning us to turn from our wickedness so that he didn't have to withdraw his protection. Okay? However, our people did not listen. So let's continue.
Okay? This is why he allowed the worst of the heathen on our land here on the fourth part of the earth. Okay? The final part. As thou spakest by thy servant Moses in a day when thou did command him to write the law before the children of Israel, saying, If you will not hear my voice, surely this very great multitude shall be turned into a small number among the nations, where I will scatter them. For I knew that they would not hear me, because it is a stiff-necked people. But in the land of their captivities, they shall remember themselves. Okay? This is that prophecy. I am a part of this prophecy because I praise him in the land of my captivity. Okay? And shall know that I am the Most High, their power. For I will give them a heart and ears to hear, and return from their stiff neck. They shall praise me in the land of their captivity, and think upon my name, and return from their stiff neck, and from their wicked deeds. For they shall remember the way of their fathers, which sinned before the Most High. Let's keep going in Deuteronomy. Let's go to the next one. Well, hold on. Let me read verse 15 so that we can make this abundantly crystal clear, okay? But it shall come to pass, if thou wilt not hearken unto the voice of the Most High thy power, to observe, to do all of his commandments and his statutes, which I command thee this day, then all of these curses shall come upon thee and overtake thee. Okay? Wonder why Negroes are in the position that they're in, and why they have been. Why the hell were all of these heathens allowed to bomb us over and over and over? How come they were allowed to just massacre us over and over and over and over? How come they were just allowed to just drown out our towns? How come they were allowed to be so brutal towards us? How come they were so allowed to just kill our babies and do all kinds of heinous atrocities? How come they ain't never had to pay for these things?
And so that's pretty much where we're going to stop it for now. We got to do this in segments because this is a lot, all right? So, you know, this is Tulsa, Oklahoma. They dropped bombs on us, okay? Like, how you going to be an American and you dropping bombs on Americans? Like, bro, wow. You know, they flooded our towns, okay? This is 5 towns that is hidden under lakes, okay? And, they don't want to talk about this, okay? You know? They did this over and over, alright? So I had this because, you know, this is the, you know, Europeans have set themselves up in authority. This was during the time of the Gentiles, okay? During the time of the Gentiles, you know, they were in their heyday, okay? 1945, you know, hey... They wrote down their laws, they established their laws, and, you know, they made themselves the head, and they made us the tail. Okay, just like biblical prophecy said. Okay, this is the revised Roman Empire. Okay, this is the promised land. Okay, and it shall come to pass. And it came to pass that I looked and beheld many waters, and they divided the Gentiles from the seed of my brethren. And it came to pass, and the angel said unto me, Behold, the wrath of the Most High is upon the seed of my brethren. That just means that he had to pull off his protection. So they call that the wrath of God, because he's not protecting us anymore. Okay, so it's translated as the wrath of God. He withdrew his protection, so he's wrathful against us. All right, that's how they equate that. They equate him removing his protection to his wrath. All right. No, he had to allow us to reap the things that we had sown. All right. So the Gentiles was upon the land of promise, and I beheld that the Most High had withdrew his protection, so their wrath was upon the seed of my brethren, okay? And we were scattered before the Gentiles, okay? We were smitten before the Gentiles, all right? This is true biblical prophecy. This is true history. This is true, bro. Like, oh my gosh. Like, you can continue to be blind if you want to, okay? You can continue to ignore us all you want, but when you look up one day and see that we're not around anymore, we're going to be safe, okay? We're going to be safe. We're not going to have to worry about being destroyed. We're not going to be going through all the tribulation that you're going to go through, okay? All of you people that want to be stubborn and tune us out, all of this, hey, do you, okay? I ain't here to force nobody. On that note, shalom.